Hi, everybody. Long time no talk. Welcome to Unit 1 and your first assignment. Don't worry, I'm not going to be making videos to explain every single assignment. I hope going forward they're all self-explanatory. I hope the directions are clear and everything. I hope that is true of this one too. But because this involves using campus technology that some of you might be new to, might be unfamiliar with, I want to make sure I can walk you through and make it as easy as possible, show you where everything is. So without further ado, I'm going to go into our class and I'm going to go to Unit 1. And I'm going to go to section 1. And you're obviously already here. If you're watching this video, it would be posted somewhere around here. And I want to give a quick disclaimer. If you see the dates, and I'm pointing them out now so you see them, they might be different than what you're seeing in your class. I don't plan on recording this video every single semester, so don't worry if your dates are different or things look a little different. Maybe I changed how things are laid out, but it should be more or less the same. So you're watching this video, and you go into Unit 1, Assignment 1, and it pops up. And personally, I like to download it. So I'm going to click over there and I'm going to download it. And I'm going to open it up and you're going to wait and watch while that happens. And here we are. So you have 3 parts this week. You have to submit a Word document with a summary of 3 different student resources, an Excel spreadsheet with at least 10 other resources listed. And you have to send me a chat using Teams. So here are links to the campus resources, but I want to show you how to use the technology. So I'm going to go back to our website, and I'm going to go to ctstate.edu. Oops, sorry, I'm going to go to my.ctstate.edu. And I'm going to log in. And I'm gonna find where my email is in here. They change these around all the time, and there's so many darn boxes. But I'm gonna look for college email, and I'm gonna go to Office 365 email. Of course, if I weren't walking you through how to do this, I would have just clicked here and had my bookmark. So I recommend bookmarking things. And I'm gonna sign in. And when I'm in my email, this is where we're going to go to access Microsoft Suite. We go up here to these 9 little dots and we click on it. And there's some listed here, but I'm going to go to more apps so I can show you a whole bunch of them. And this is where you're going to become familiar with things like Word and Excel and Teams and OneDrive and PowerPoint and all of that good stuff. My guess is this will be brand new to a lot of you because in K through 12, you tended probably to use the Google Suite, Google Docs, and Google Slides was PowerPoint. I don't know what the Excel version is in Google, but for better or worse, the college world and the business world uses Microsoft. So you're going to have to get familiar with these. No time like the present, and that's why we're having this be our first assignment. So one of the things you're going to do is go into Word, and I'm going to create a blank document. Some reason I got to pick my account again. And that will open up this. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at the directions real quick. Okay, I need a Microsoft Word document that lists 3 resources, paragraph summary, font size 12 times New Roman, double space. Look at this. I'm always making sure I follow directions. So I'm going to go. Wow, it's embarrassing having people watch me mistype. Resource 1, X, summary equals blah, blah, blah. Yours are going to be a little better than that. But I do want to make sure this is in font size 12. It is. I want to make sure it's in Times New Roman. I'm going to pick that. And I want to make sure it's double spaced. And I can never remember where that is on this version of Word. Paragraph options, line spacing, double. Takes me a couple clicks to find it, so obviously layout, you saw me do it, but that's an example of I don't remember where all of these different tools are, so I will click around and find them. That's because I use the desktop version of Word. I don't like this online version. So one thing I recommend you do is download these programs onto your actual computer. The desktop versions I think tend to be a lot better. That's what I've got here. This, I know I've been using this forever. I know where all of these different things are, all of the different tools. So that's my desktop version, different than the web version. Anyway, after you get your resources, you're gonna file. You can create a copy and download a copy, and it should download as a Microsoft Word document. Then you've got it on your computer, and you can easily upload it to the correct spot. You can export to a different type of file. Don't do that for this assignment because I don't want a PDF. If you do a PDF, you're not following directions. You want a Microsoft Word document. So creating copy will allow you to do that. You can also create a copy online and save it somewhere in my OneDrive. All right, so that is how you're doing a Word document. And after you do that, you're going to go back. You're going to find the Dropbox 1.1 Word document. You click on that, view instructions, upload file, and now I can find the files on my computer and upload whatever it is. I didn't actually save it to my computer. And I double click and it puts it there and I'm done. Or if you did save it to the cloud, you can upload it from the cloud. Specifically your OneDrive is where I would like you to try doing it for this assignment so that you have practice using OneDrive. Speaking of OneDrive, let's go to that. I'm going back to my email. I clicked there. Here's that list we have. Click on OneDrive. Here's a whole bunch of my files and a whole bunch of other boring stuff that you don't need to know about or care about. But in OneDrive, I can go to Excel or Word or PowerPoint or any of those. And then I can create, actually, rather than going there, just do create or upload. And I want to create a Word document, say, or an Excel sheet or a PowerPoint. Let's go Word document. And it takes a little while. And it takes a little while. And it's taking more time than I thought. And it's finally there. And this will bring you to the exact same type of thing as Word Online. And you can do your work here instead. And you can file, create copy, all the stuff we just went through. So that is just another way to do it. And it should save it in your OneDrive so that you can access it from anywhere. So if you access through OneDrive, you do that. All right, that was OneDrive. That was Word. Closing all that. And going back here, the next thing would be Excel. I like going through here. I know it's an extra click, but this way I can show you everything. And I go to Excel. And I'm going to create a blank book. And it makes me click on signing in all the time. And I wait. And now I've got an Excel spreadsheet. And I'm going to say campus resource. I'm going to make that bigger. And let's check the directions, see what I have to do. Location or contact or email person. I'm just going to copy that. And make that. I like uniformity, so I'm going to put those in the center. There, now they're centered. And I make my list of 10 other resources. And then I file. I can create a copy, create it online. I can download a copy. If I export, again, I'm doing it to the wrong file. It's creating a copy. I downloaded a copy, and now I've got that. For me, it should save on my desktop, but I could also save in my OneDrive. And I would go back and do the same thing and upload. So, I was going to say that is it, but no, we got one more thing to do. We're going to go back. This is our last thing. You've mastered Word now. Hooray. You've mastered Excel. You can make spreadsheets. Our last thing is Teams. You have to send me a Teams message. This is a great way to communicate with your professors. Personally, I prefer email. Send me an email. I don't log into Teams that much. If you do send me a message in Teams, I get a little ding in my email that tells me I go to Teams, but it's an extra step. But this can be great for something like office hours, if you need to have a live chat with a professor, or like if you wanted to have a meeting with me in an online class, we could meet and talk virtually through here, not just with a chat, but also um, with what am I trying to say? A live chat with a video and stuff. We could have like a virtual phone call. So what you're gonna do though, you log in for this assignment, you click on chat. Let's look at the assignment again. Send me a chat on Microsoft Teams, nothing fancy, just something that says hello. I went into Teams, I went into chat. You find the person you're looking for. So Adam Floridia, hey, I pop right up. And it should show you a blank spot if you've never sent me a message here. And then you just, hi Adam, this video is so helpful and I love the class. I wonder if that's going to come through. And then you send it to me. And that's great. Remember, all you got to do is say hi. You don't have to pretend the video is really helpful, and you don't have to pretend you love the class yet. Hope you do, or hope you eventually will. And then after that, you should be all good. I will reply to your message in Teams, so you can practice checking too. And then you've got your easy, how many points is that? 15 points for that part. And I think now that covers the technology that you're going to use. You log into myctstate.edu, you go to your email, you go up there, it opens up this, and for this assignment, you've got Word, Excel, and Teams. Eventually, you will need to build a PowerPoint. So there's another one. Again, my tip, my advice is download these. You should be able to, if you can't contact the technology office at campus, but you should be able to download them so they're programs on your actual computer. I've got mine in my bar down here because I like going through that. It's a lot easier. All right, last little thing, going back to our shell. Obviously, you're going to upload the Excel sheet there, and there's no box for the Teams message because you're just sending me that in Teams. Then I'll go put it in the gradebook. But the last thing is, these are for campus resources. The directions on how to get to the campus resources are on the assignment page. 2 different options. I also made easy links for each of them. If you're going to Middlesex campus resources, that link should get you there. Every once in a while, the wonderful webmasters change the design of the site, change the layout. So who knows? I'm recording this, and within a week, they might change the layout. So if things look a little different, figure it out, I want to say. Again, I think it's good to go clicking around. So right now, that's the Middlesex one. I scroll down. There's our offices and resources. Summary of 3 of them. Excel spreadsheet with basic information on the other ones. Or I could go to CT State Campus resources, and here's a whole bunch. Or I could go to campuses, and let's say I go to Manchester. And I scroll down, and there's the Manchester ones. So again, you're picking, it could be your campus, it could be Middlesex, I assume, if that's your campus, or you could do the general home CT State ones, and that should be it. So hopefully now you are experts at Microsoft Office, specifically Word, Excel, and Teams. You know how to, open this back up, you know how to upload assignments to the Dropboxes in our class. You'll be doing that all the time. And you, and you are familiar with where to go on the website to do campus resources. Again, my best advice with any of this stuff, if you can't find something in Word, you don't know how to change font or Excel, click around. You're not going to do any damage. It's good to get to know these. I think clicking through things on your own and trying to figure out can be the best way to learn. And same thing with the website. Click around on the website, see what there is. Check things out in case you need something down the road. It's nice to know what's there. Okay, that concludes this video. Thank you very much. Look forward to reading and grading your very easy work for your first assignment. Let's get some easy points.